Hello all, it's Vanessa Love and this is my channel. Today it's like a personal story. It is slightly related to the therapy field, but yeah, there's a lot. There's always a lot. So I wanted to quickly talk about some things. So I watched Ready to Glare's recent video, power to her for still creating. Her husband passed away and she is holding on, which, again, power to her. Jesus. Sometimes I don't post the videos where I'm just talking about something and cry. So I'm proud of her for getting through the video and for for having some boundaries with how her husband died. That's a whole thing that it's her own story and she needs to have it and process it, it sounds like, still. So during the time that she was finally able to be herself, someone started harassing her and just sent her address, which is it's so bullying and such bullshit. I have this feeling that there's just this, I don't know, there are people who are just mad right now, and they are definitely going after people, and it is ridiculous. So, I do want to talk about my experiences with those same things. So, at the beginning of March of 2020, we remember those times, right? I was in an online group. It was about probably creative therapists or art therapists in private practice or something, and they had always been very, very nice to me, and they were a safe place to land. The community was great. But I don't know, they all went fucking nuts. And I'd already had enough problems with this woman, this author, this professor of she just fucking picked me out of nowhere to bother me years ago. And I was having a fine time until you fucking came in and was intimidating and being mean for nothing, and I was trying to be so what's the resolution here? And there was nothing. She just stopped emailing me, which fantastic. But okay, so March of 2020, my grandmother gets sick and she has a stroke, and I don't talk about it because I'm just this is something that is just completely different. I don't want anyone to know about it at the time, right? So my grandmother ended up passing away a year later, November of 2021 or something like that. If it wasn't November of 2020, I know the timeline just kind of, unfortunately, in the last year was lost. So I was just about to get on a plane and get to the other state where she and my grandfather and some of my family members live. And I was scared because it was the beginning of the pandemic and everything was kind of shutting down. And my grandfather got super scared and he was I can't even let you onto the boat where they lived at the time to even allow you to visit your grandmother because you could be carrying this virus and we just can't have that. And then he made a lot of different threats against himself, against my grandmother. It was tough, dude. It was tough. And in the middle of this group, I had called this woman who had been intimidating and had been a jerk to me. I called her a bully. And one of the other ladies in that group just had it fucking out for me. And I have no idea why. She just was can I talk to you about this? And I was could no. Now is not the time, please. And this woman, I don't know her. but she's like trying to indicate, I don't even know, things. And like, I'm just like, I don't understand what you're even trying to say to me. And like, I have told you not to talk to me. Like, I do not need this right now. If you feel that this is an ethical violation, please, please, please talk to someone else who can talk to me, or like, leave me the fuck alone. Like, if this is such a big deal to you, go report it. Like, what I wanted to be like, people are dying, get the fuck off me. You know, but like, I couldn't, because like, it's none of her goddamn business, like, what was going on in my personal life, you know? Like, I set a boundary, you should have respected that, especially as a professional. And she couldn't. And so then when I was like, please, not right now, she got mad that I was so defensive. And like, she just couldn't talk to me. So she contacted this fucking asshole of an art therapist who had already had issues with me and was already blocked on everything, and like and then this fucking art therapist, I had already reported her to the American Art Therapy Association, and they took her side because she's a past president and she brings in lots of money and she advertises art therapy. So of course, why would she get in trouble? She wasn't bullying. She was just intimidating, you know, without a cause, with no solution. It's okay. It's okay, right? It's okay. Like, that whole interaction with this previous person made me just stop wanting to be an art therapist. Like, I stopped identifying as an art therapist basically after all of this shit went down. And I wrote this down. The art therapy board knows that this happened to me. They know. Like, I was even afraid to apply for like my recognition as an art therapist because I thought that she would go in there and find me and be like, she shouldn't have her license because, or her recognition. It's not a license. It's not a license. This recognition as an art therapist because a former president has a fucking issue with it. And it was so fucking weird. So then this person who is trying to prove that they are not a bully tells me that it's disparagement for me to call this person a bully. Right. So a bully is trying to tell me, sorry, not a bully. That's an opinion. I mean, I guess that is the legal definition of that. This jackass is trying to convince me that she's not a bully because if I call her a bully, then she might lose money enough that this would cause all of her problems to, like, I don't know, like, because she thinks that it's false because the American Art Therapy Association said that it's like that there was nothing there. Fucking asshole. This asshole also said that I would lose my license for sharing artwork that I had permission to share, and she said even if I have permission to share it, I can lose my license because she's been a part of plenty of people who have lost their license that way. And I was like, yes, could you please show me the public record of any of that? And she could not. So she was like, well, that's part of supervision, and like, I can't offer that to you right now because I'm so busy. And I was like, okay. So I'm going to continue with what I'm doing because clearly, like, to me, you would have to explain the difference. So this person publishes books, You would have to explain the difference to me exactly how publishing someone's picture with their permission is totally different, and giving the background, a background of this person, right, in some regard, like whether like you change details but you are giving background information, is totally different from having permission to share someone's photos online without any context. That's what I was doing. So please explain to me what the difference is. I'm like, I feel like that meme. Explain the difference. And also, I don't know how she thinks that like a small creator like me, a small person who does not write books, who just practices, who just interacts with clients, is like someone who is heard, who is listened to, and who can ruin her career. Like, do you think I have some power that I don't? Because I'm over here just trying to like live. You're over here like making workshops, being a professor, like editing books, writing books, all of this shit that like is totally like her making money off of people who want to become art therapists, not actually practicing art therapy, because that would be something different, but like she is doing all of this stuff, and she thinks that if I call her a bully enough that I am going to make her lose money. I don't think I'm heard in this community, and I don't think anyone cares. Like, it's one of those things where I'm like, I mean, I hope that she has to log out of her account and watch this video and watch me repeatedly call her an asshole, because that would make my day. But also, like, I really hope that, like, she understands, like, that it is so, like, I have blocked her on everything, including the emails, because, like, I mean, once I didn't hear back from her, I didn't block her from the emails, but now that she's been like, it's disparagement, like, I have her blocked in my emails. The only way that she can get a hold of me is either through other people or through her lawyer, which I'm totally fine with. Like, I'm so about it. Like, I hope that she sees this. I hope her little fucking army sees it. I hope that they all know that they are also assholes with her, because why do you have so much fucking time to be on the internet to like fucking like do all of this shit, like to intimidate people? Like, what is wrong with you guys? But like, yeah, so like I was definitely at the beginning of 2020 like not a fan of fucking anyone, and I left that group, and this dumbass sends me an email and is like, take down your comment about me being a bully. And I'm like, no, fuck you so bad, I'm gonna be fucking petty about this. No, I want that comment to be up there forever, so that anytime anyone looks through anything, especially that post from that long ago, I hope that they see that you are a bully. Like, and I think she's even a part of like the moderators on that group, so I don't know how the fuck I got through, but like it is what it is. So like, yeah, it's totally interesting, and like I don't know why the people with narcissistic traits, because can't call her a narcissist because it can't diagnose, but the people with narcissistic traits will come out of fucking nowhere. Every time like you have a good thing, a bad thing, they will just come out of nowhere and be like, listen, bitch, and you'll be like, could you not right now? My grandmother was dying, and this woman is threatening a lawsuit because of disparagement. There's more fucking important things in the world right now, and you know what? I don't give one fucking ounce about it. Like, about you guys. Like, there's death happening. Could we just, like, kind of deal with, the death, please? And the people who are dying, and not deal with this petty ass fucking like license bullshit, ethic bullshit. Like, I was not acting outside of the ethics. I was acting outside of what they felt was appropriate, which is very different. Very different. And so yes, this was like a whole thing that I'm like, in the middle of my grandmother dying, this is what I had to deal with, and I was not a fucking fan of anyone. And this is again why I continue to like kind of distance myself away from art therapists and therapy. And this is why I have the character of Pamela, because I need Pamela as an outlet. You understand, right? Because I can't just be like, these people are fucking idiots. I have to tell you through Pamela what is going on, because there's a lot. Anyway, I hope that was helpful for you. I have a client. I will talk to you soon. And thanks for sharing and liking and subscribing. It does mean a lot to me, especially now that I'm out of all of that. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.